Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to another Kerbal Space Program stream. I'll get it started in a second. Yeah, for those of you that haven't seen me before, this is me. Hi, I'm Gultwink. Yeah, I guess without any further ado, let's get it started. Yes, I do. I wasn't lying. I do have the antlers. Alright. And yeah, happy World Goth Day. I think for a lot of people it might have already passed, but yeah. All right, let's get into Kerbal Space Program. Sorry, which side should I be on? Let's get up on the. Thanks for the follow. Let's get up on the top right. Or the bottom. Let's do top right, because then I won't get in the way of launch stuff. We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay. Sorry, I can just turn off my Spotify now. Alright, so we were doing the career mode, and I believe my December holiday, no. If you ask my wife, she'll say that I'm Noel coded. Maybe that's where this all came from. Yeah. Okay, so what were we doing? We were going to orbit the Mun. Okay. Let's do that then. Okay. So was there any R&D that we wanted to do? We didn't want anything from aviation, so no, that was it. Okay. And we just completed. We done a flyby of the Mun. Okay. Okay, and then we done rendezvous. Okay, gotcha. Right, let's get a Mun orbit going then. And was it return from an orbit of the Mun or not? Because if it's not a return, we might be able to squeeze in a landing too. It is a return. It's return and spacewalk. Okay. Well, we don't need a particularly big craft for that. What were we using for our last one? The R4A, was it? Okay. Was there anything wrong with this design? I don't know. I don't think so. It's been a long 2 weeks since I've last played, so still trying to get my bearings of where we last were. Okay. So let's go grab. Do we even need anything? Ah, that's right. This didn't have the science stuff on it, did it? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right. So we just use the regular R4 then. Yep. Okay. There we go. And we don't need this decoupler because that was for a mission. Do we have any new science stuff? I wouldn't think so. It's those ones, the Science Junior and the Mystery Goo. I think that's all we needed. Yeah, okay. Alright. So we've got Maria, and okay, so as I say, if you want to be a Kerbal in this, just ask in chat and I'll name a Kerbal after you. I've got a mod that lets me do that. Okay, so back to the. I mean, how much Delta V are we rocking with? Probably do with a bit more, right? Let's see. Do I have any bigger? You can't wait to die for the cause. Hell yeah. Right. Let's go. No, this is. Okay, I don't think there's any changes we need to make. Okay, well, without further ado, I do kind of want to add in like an extra, maybe like an extra FLT 200 or something to this. I know it like makes it bigger and stuff, but I have a feeling that we're gonna need a little bit more Delta V. Okay. Did I get anything? No, I still don't have anything, but we have storage. Okay. Well, since it's got that, call that the B. Let's go. Alright. And so yeah, just a simple orbit, a spacewalk. Hopefully we'll pick up enough science, you know, like 5 science or so. Oh, I do want a... Did I even have enough for an EV? I don't think I had enough for an EVA experiments kit. I don't think I did I? No. Okay, well. Let's go. Alright, am I in the way? Okay, not the way of... actually, I'll move over to the left, I think. There we go. Okay. That way, if I pull up, like, this stuff... Because I don't think there's anything that appears behind the camera. Alright, that's probably enough. We can start the gravity turn now. I did not need to go that direct, actually. Oops. Well... Separation in a sec. Alright, nice. No explosions is always a great sign. Ooh. I am very pale with this light. My goodness. Well, that should get... There you go, that will get a little bit better as we move on. I don't know, I'm still playing around with the lighting. I do have the blinds shut because it is day outside, because I wanted, I've got as I've just been, okay, no, I can still start, but keep burning. I've got like a neon blue and purple Among Us on my wall that's providing the light for this room, because I thought that looked cool. But maybe for launches, I need the room a bit brighter, so I'm not just looking like I'm getting flashbanged. We'll see. Alright, we're about to stage neon Among Us lighting. I'm not lying. Oh. You know, maybe we should have gone for a bit more of a vertical ascent profile. I might have messed this one up. Oh well. I'm sure we can... Is it that this one's... Oh, okay, it's alright. We can salvage this. We can salvage it. We can salvage it into an orbit at the very least. Okay. It's alright, we just need to get out of the thicker part of the atmosphere. Yeah, everything is fine. The rocket was just overjoyed. Over the moon. Alright. I think we're... It's really fighting it. Do I have a little bit of... No, I don't have any... It's not any input. Okay, that's good. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now we can just keep going. How's the game? Good, yeah. You mean like the specific Korea thing or Kerbal Space Program as a whole? I mean, because yeah, I'd say both are good. I love KSP. Just the current mission. Oh yeah, good. This is Korea mode, so we just started out in we've just loaded it back up after a couple weeks. So right now we're trying to orbit the Mun. The current launch went a little bit wrong. The rocket did do a backflip. But you know, it is what it is. That happens, and we just gotta roll with it. I do have a rule set for myself, which is basically I don't know why the maneuver mode is giving me a warning. We have more than enough Delta V. How strange. I've set myself a rule that's basically if I can even think about words. No reverting flights that have Kerbals on them. That way it kind of adds some stake to things, and you know, because chatters can ask for a Kerbal to be named after them, it kind of, you know, adds stakes to missions, I feel. Spacecraft can have a little backflip as a treat. Of course they can. Absolutely. Who are we to tell them they can't? a little tiny bit of science. You like that? Oh, great. Thank you. Really getting the crumbs of science. Oh, also, this career is on, I believe it's half science, like half science income. So we will have to go biome hopping a little bit, and you know, the mid game will last a bit longer because we won't just blitz through the tech tree, I feel. I do wonder if we'll have enough to orbit the Mun. Maybe not on this launch. Maybe this might just be another flyby and grab a little bit more science. And we're only 5 off one of the techs, so we can make that work for us. Oh, I'm back in the atmosphere. Well, that's not good. Well, it's alright. I'm sure that won't be much of an issue. I think as soon as... I should start climbing relatively soon at any rate. I don't need that anymore. What is it with is my right mouse button just being weird today? It's not ideal. Okay, well, we can just time warp through this. Yeah, 65, we shouldn't really encounter much atmosphere at all. Why? Oh, I guess because it's... Every launch that runs out of Delta V is just a calculated space station, really. Absolutely, absolutely. And once I actually get relay satellites, it'll absolutely be a relay satellite. Yeah. I do want to get a shuttle up at some point to get some of this debris out, because I don't want to, I don't want to, I like LARPing. That's basically the crux of it. We just about out of the thing now? We should be. The atmosphere. The thing. Alright. Well, once we're there, I can just auto warp there, and then we can just put a little bit of prograde on it. There we go. Let's circularize a bit. Okay. So we want the Mun. Let's go get the Mun. I think aiming... Go like here. Nope. That's nowhere near enough. Okay, it's another flyby. Yep. Although, hang on, how much Delta V do we... If we can't do the Mun, can we maybe fly by Minmus? Right, because... Okay. Okay. Yeah, if we can do a little Minmus flyby, and then we just correct so that we kind of eject retrograde, I think that can work. And then that way we'll get a nice bit of science to actually get us a slightly more capable space. I mean, if I flew this right, I think we'd be fine. I think I probably wasted about 1,000 meters, or maybe not 1,000, but about 5, like enough for the mission we're trying to do. So let's do that. Let's go. Why am I burning now? I might be stupid. Let's warp and then and then do that. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, node in a little bit, so we just wait till that's about 30 seconds, and then we start. That should be good. And we can just speed that up a bit. So yeah, we can see if we can do like a little flyby over Minmus. If we're lucky, we might be able to get like a low pass over it. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to be. Aha! Here we go. Okay. So I want to pass like low, but just in. if I burn, let's see, if I burn, oh, without the stability assist pulling me away, is it a little bit of normal maybe? No, that's anti-normal. A little bit of normal should get me a nice low periapsis maybe. No. Also, that will put me at, what periapsis will that put me at? 419. Okay, so honestly, I don't know. Let's do like a mid-course. Let's make it as a mid-course correction then. Let's see. If I it's that one, right? If I go like a little bit of no. Okay. Right-click that. There we go. So we're gonna try to get that a low, because if we go low over the surface, not only do we get more science, but we'll get a more efficient I don't know, deceleration, ejection, whatever you want to call it. Hi, twin. Hi. Okay. Let's bring this up a little bit. Okay, yeah, this is very little delta V usage. That's good. Let's see. Can we swing it like real low? Ooh, I like that. That will be a very fun flyby. Okay. All right. Well, let's face the right direction, and then let's face the right direction, and then let's warp to next maneuver. Bye, twin. Space low is 30 kilometers. Okay, great. So we'll have plenty of time. Okay, let's go. Little correction then. If I can, I think I might need a new mouse. This hasn't liked right-clicking the last couple of days, which is quite annoying. And you know, generally a mouse needs to do that. Oh, that's maybe a little too. Maybe we get a little too silly there. Let's go a little bit of. Nope, that's not what I wanted. A little bit of prograde, maybe. There we go. Okay. Can I right click that? Please. There we go. Okay. Right, well, we're high above Kerbin, so let's just... You know, maybe if I bought a scientist Kerbal, that... Yeah. I mean, okay, we can... I don't know, why didn't I bring a scientist? Oh well. Maria gets a free ride. I just, yeah. Whoopsie! Okay, well, I'll save that for space low then. Those ones. And then I can just run the other ones. Okay, no, so we have done space high. I mean, that makes sense. I was just checking if I missed anything. All right, well, without further ado, let's go to Minmus. Where's that ice cream ball? Aha, there we go. Okay, so yep, here we are above Minmus. And just set that to stability assist, honestly. In fact, let's go like this so that we can actually see our Kerbals. We'll get Maria to do it. Let's run some science. So we'll do a crew report. So we won't do the everything. But crew report, barometer. Yeah, this will be a nice little bit of science. Oh, and then EVA report as well. Don't say that. Stop me. Take data, store experiments. Okay. Let's grab the thermometer data, and let's grab barometer data. Okay, and with all that, let's hop back in. All right. So now, I guess let's just warp to, Minimus. Here we are. Oh, we'll get some nice money from the world first milestone as well. Okay, so I think Supernova was right. It is 30k, so I believe it's 30k. I'll trust that. Oh, the camera changed. I think that's a good that's a good indication. All right. Is it one? That's my aha. Here we go. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's get an EVA report of space below. So Midlands. I guess Maria can hang out here. If I can click, there we go. Take data, store experiments. Can check to see if there's any other biomes as we fly by. Collect data, can't restore that, but that's fine. This is about as much as we're gonna get. Take data. Take data. EVA report, still Midlands, that's fine. Store experiments, okay. Well, a nice little bit of Minimus. I imagine we'll be doing a landing here fairly soon. What's our carbon periapsis? Quite low. Okay, that's good. So yeah, we'll just yeah, we can just put in a little bit of whatever it's called. A little bit of burn to lower that into just within the atmosphere. But we don't want to go so low that we burn up the whole thing. So we have had past issues with that. We still are Midlands, huh? Is it all Midlands? Slopes, aha. And I believe slopes lead to highlands? Lowlands, okay, that's awesome. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. Anything else? Nope. I think it's probably... I think we've got enough. We've gotten a few crew reports. Any more we can go get later on a future mission. So I guess while we're here... See, a burn at periapsis should, I believe, lower our... Yeah, okay. Rebirth effect. Oh, I should probably turn that mode on. Yeah, okay, so we have clearance, that's good. Okay. So what altitude do we reckon? I'm thinking like 45k? Because that should get us that should slow us down quite a bit, but that shouldn't kill us. Because that's my concern, is like, dying. You know what? Sure, let's go that way. Let's call it that. Anything, I don't know. The worst that can happen is everyone dies, including Maria. How much time do I want to spend time warping? Oh, exactly. It's like if I go too low, then we burn up. So I can't just I can't just do I'm fairly sure I've burnt off trying to do like a lower landing just from like kind of around between the Mun and Minimus. So I mean, this is kind of as low as I think we should be good. I think we should be good with this. Well, we have all the science we need, so let's... Okay, I time warped too fast, and we went just through the atmosphere. That's quite funny, actually. Huh? What? Wait, am I stupid? Okay, let's try try that one more time then. Okay, let's put a little bit more time forwards, and then just before we enter the atmosphere, I want to in fact, or even just as we enter the atmosphere, honestly. Yeah, okay, just as we enter the atmosphere, let's just lower this a little bit. There we go. Okay, and okay, and let's watch waterfall work its magic, and hope that that didn't kill us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Firefly, yes. Sorry. Not waterfall. Waterfall's the engines. Oh? This might have been the perfect height. Except for, you know, warping through it. Yeah, no, this is... And yep, that's our apoapsis below atmosphere. We're landing. Yep. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's just hope we don't land and roll down a mountain. I mean, if we do, we have parachutes. I think we do have parachutes. The orb, yes. I do love these capsules. I do love the round Soviet-style capsules. They're just funny. I just love them. Sue me. Yeah. I wonder where we're gonna land. Oh, okay. Well, I staged a little early, but that should be fine. Oh, that looks dangerously mountain-shaped. Oh. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, okay, no, we're all good. Cubbins Highlands. Please don't be a mountain. I mean, oh, are we? No, I think we're good. I think we're all right. Barely. And that should pop any second now. Okay, cool. We're in the Highlands, but we're not dangerously in the Highlands. The space orb, the sporb. Yeah, the sporb. Alright. Well, after we land, we should have a nice little bit of science. Yeah. Nice little flyby and everything. We might roll to the bottom of this hill, though. Ah, okay, no. I forget it is a little bottom heavy. Let's see, have we done EVA report here? We haven't been to the Highlands yet, no, okay. Well, there we go. Take, store, and then let's do one more crew report from the Highlands. Okay, here we go. So, that should be a little bit of science to get us to the Mun. I guess we'll see. Have a look at the R&D center and see. We're doing really well on funds, which is nice. So we can probably do some more upgrades. Although, ironically, the one thing we'd usually need to upgrade, the research station, I mean, maybe for surface samples, I guess, but like, you know, everything else, I mean, we haven't done any space planes yet. Like, yeah, I mean, there's other things we can upgrade. Oh, 300. Wow, okay, that's actually a lot more than I thought. Okay, I only just clocked that. Right, so let's go for... I think one of these has more science in it, and more science is always lovely. Aha, yes, this has EVA experiments, which is a lovely bit of science. Lets us do some more science on the way to places that we'd already been. So I think I want to go for that. Yeah, so let's go for that. Let's go for... In heavy rocketry would be nice, but we do also want propulsion, or fuel system, sorry, for that. Is there anything else we want, though? I mean, like, a lot of these are nice to have, you know, space exploration gives us, like, stuff. I guess we could do without. It's like, yeah, RCS blocks, all of that stuff, but I think we're alright. Yeah, I think the answer is fuel systems and propulsion systems. Although having that means we can finally do satellites. Well, we don't need a satellite just yet. Yeah, we can just have a pilot and a scientist on, so we'll be fine. So let's go for... I'm so stupid. I just said we didn't need to do that. Oh well. Dearie me, okay. That was humiliating. Okay. Well, what do we need then? I mean, I think the answer is still this, because it gives us better fuel tanks. I mean, having bigger fuel tanks, we can kind of bypass a lot of... fuel ducts. I mean, we kind of have to, right? I think I'll do that. Well, on the plus side, we can... inadvertently, I think, because that's a... I mean, that is a relay, isn't it? Well, we can definitely get, like a relay satellite up now, so that's nice. Although we probably would have wanted construction so we can get a fairing for it, but yeah, hey ho. Okay, so that is... Let's bring a green sandstone. I mean, we want that. I think these others we should be fine with. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. So let's start work on a Mun Lander. We just need an orbiter, don't we? I mean, if we need an orbiter, honestly, like, we'd probably just make this one more stable, no? Like, we just go... like that. Oh, actually, I guess we could go like, so now we can give it an actual... There we go. Finding the sandstone is cursed with parallax. It is. There was another stream I did where I had to do that on the Mun, and I found out the way to get around that is you have to. It is a little cheaty, but you turn. Well, it is cheaty. You turn on cheats once you know you're in the right biome. If you've had a look around, then obviously they're just blending in. You can, if you do turn on cheats, there is one that puts a big purple arrow above it, and like, while it's not something I like to use, I think it does make it quite a, it does save us a lot of time that would otherwise be spent waiting around and doing not a lot, I feel. So yeah, so we have a terrier there, that's what we wanted. I mean, we could have... I think we're honestly good. And we can do asparagus staging now, actually. But this isn't like an alright launch vehicle, I think. Yeah. I think we should be alright with this, honestly. Just gotta make sure that we don't flip. I mean, yeah. Oh, one thing I do want to make sure we do is I do want to have a EVA experiments kit. Oh, actually, before I forget that, Maria, get out of here. Let's get McBall. Alright. And again, if anyone wants old McBall to have a better name, just ask, and I can name a couple after you. There was a Bob. We don't talk about what happened to Bob. Actually, I did say what happened to Bob earlier. I just didn't say it happened to Bob. Bob is how we found out that you can in fact enter the atmosphere far too quickly and burn up. Yeah. The Bob incident. As opposed to on the collab stream with Donut, where it was the Jeb incident, where it was trying to speedrun Korea, and I didn't activate my parachute at the right time, and Jeb was dead 30 seconds into the speedrun. Oops. Not much of a speedrun, but we did win, so I'll take that. Once we get some kind of... I mean, Yeah, no, I wanted cargo, that's what I'm looking for. Let's go get a EVA experiments kit. We could get multiple, but I don't think we want multiple, because... Yeah, McBall will swap that out for that. Yeah, okay. I'll foresee then. Anything else we need? Just trying to think. I mean, okay, I can do this. This is probably a benefit. Because now we don't have to ever worry about running out of electric charge. Is there anything else? I don't think there is, no. Okay, well, let's see if this is good enough. What's first milestone? Return from a flyby and gather data from Minmus. Okay. Cannot transmit science. We don't need to do that. Although, it wouldn't hurt to have a communitron, I suppose. Let's get one on. Oh. No, that's not how you select a communitron. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It can have a little bit of clipping as a treat. I'm sorry in advance if that annoys anyone. All right. Yeah, let's launch it. Let's see how this goes. Very big AMRAM with 2 extra boosters. I like it. Oh, thank you. And welcome to chat. All right. Let's yeah, I really think I should sort out the lighting somehow. I don't know. I feel during the day in game at least it is a little harsh. But oh well. So we do have McBall. Okay. Let's go. Do we get anything from doing this in Carbon? A little bit. In fact, let me just run the button. So, oh, sorry. Itchy head. It's hard to itch when there's antlers and everything there. Oh dear. Well, we can stay on. Okay. I'll fix those in a bit. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I'd probably close that. What happened to my did I... Oh, because we don't have an engineer. We don't get Kerbal Engineer? Is that how it works? Okay. I'll have to turn no, maneuver mode on then. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, we're coming up on the upper... Already missing my immaculate skills. Yeah, I know. I didn't realize you were helping, but evidently you were. Sorry I ever doubted you, Maria. Okay, well this should get us in like a little... alright trajectory. Which means I can... I think what's happened is I've... Hang on. There we go. Oh, nope. Nope, not quite. Oh, okay, well we can start throttling that down. No, not quite. No, we still want to keep throttling it up. Okay. Sorry, I haven't been wearing antlers for very long, so I'm, still a little new to the whole keeping them on my head. Okay, well that should get us into orbit. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that's better. Then I need to put this on in a certain way. There we go. Okay. All right, we're back. We're so back. Dear. Right, let's... Technical difficulties aside, let's get back to this launch. We're just gliding through the upper atmosphere right now. How much time are we gonna need to burn to circularize? Like, oh, a bit apparently, okay. Well, in that case, I'd probably start now. I'm just gonna keep burning prograde because if I burn that long, you know, it's a sidewinder. Hell yeah. But no, with a burn this long, I think it might be advantageous to get a little bit more time to apoapsis, just so that we're not burning through the what's it called? So we're not in the atmosphere. That's what I'm looking for. Let's hope I didn't completely bungle this actually. Okay, we're close. I mean, okay, and we just time warp to apoapsis, and then we can circularize. There we go. Okay, brilliant. We're in space again, and this time we have a lot more delta V than last. So let's celebrate by doing that. So this will bring us, I guess we want to kind of go in behind, I mean that's kind of good. Let's see though, if I can select the maneuver mode. There we go, node. I guess we've got a little bit of radial in there then. Okay, and then I guess we just go add a little bit more periapsis in, but then actually if we're doing that we can probably do some fine-tuning. We kind of want a low lunar orbit, right? That's quite low. That's not low. Let's go like 30 or something. That's not the right way, because I need to be going that way instead. You know, we can adjust later. No, I want to adjust now. Oh, who am I kidding? Let's just go. So we'll have about 400 meters. That should be enough. I think we should be alright to circularize, and we should be alright to circularize, and then hopefully we just end eject out afterwards. I think that should be fine. We don't have to circularize actually, we can keep it elliptical, which is good. And honestly, keeping it elliptical, if we do it soon, yeah, I think we're in a pretty good position, all things considered. Let's warp to the node. Oh, actually, before we finish warping, let's, we had a couple EVA experiments we wanted to collect, that's right. Let's do that. Oh, not EVA experiment. Oh, we did actually want to do some EVA experiments. That is true. No, not Valentina, though. Okay. We had some experiments we wanted to collect, and then we can run them all again. Just to get those little dregs of science that we love so much. Yeah, we're doing this for, like, decimal points, but, you know, we can't not do it. And then let's tab across and get 0.1. That's how you know it's good. I mean, 0.6 isn't awful. Okay, collect data, restore. Tiny science droplets, little morsels. Okay. Let's do some EVA science. I almost vocalized a very loud "wee" and then realized that, like, that's very embarrassing. Oh well. Oh, and space above mountains. I'm glad I just decided to check that. Okay. Let's get facing this maneuver node, and then we can tunnel. All right. So burn time in. So we burned it about 30 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Can't wait till these Kerbals have a little bit more experience so that we can, or I guess more so, can't wait till I have a better, have like a nice probe core or something. It's, yeah. How's our maneuver looking? Good so far. So far, so good. I mean, honestly, you can just keep burning this way. Now that we're here. And see where that takes us. We're close. And then that should give us... Let's see, let's get a little bit of a... There we go. That should be real good. And then we just gotta hope that I haven't accidentally sent us on an interplanetary trajectory, because that would be quite embarrassing. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go to high carbon orbit. Let's do another little bit of science. And then we can, so yeah, we'll meet it there, and I guess if we just eject out there, that should give us plenty of negative delta V. Or like there, maybe. So let's go run these experiments again. And that one. Okay, so keep, discard, 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 keep. Might get some good... I mean, that is true. I mean, if we had spare delta V, I probably wouldn't mind that, because, you know, you pop out, go into planetary space, come back. The issue is, I think the whole coming back part might be you know, I need to stop saying the word issue, apparently. Like, I don't think we're gonna have a good enough antenna with this little thing. Yeah. I don't know. Let's do some more science then. So first of all, EVA science. I forget what effect that's called. That's like a neat thing. If there's any smarter chatters than me that might know that. We already have an EVA report here. Yep. Okay. Let's go grab collect data, restore. Could I please? There we go. I feel I will definitely need to get a I feel I definitely need to get a better mouse for next stream, because I think this old one's right click seems to finally be on the way out. It's a shame. But I mean, hey, it served me well for however many years. Alright, well let's go get us some moon science and get a contract done. So it's orbital spacewalk near the Mun, orbit it, and then return from an orbit. And then Mun stone and flag we can do later. Okay. Alright, let's go. So first here, to get some science done. Alright, and cool, now we're pointing the... make sure our solar panels are... There we go. Alright, so we have... Obviously we've already done high over the Mun. There you go. So these little morsels are now yielding like 5 science each, which is nice. And obviously once we do the EVA science, they give us a little more than 5. We should do at the very least. Yeah, there we go. 25. That's nice. So we should... I mean, maybe after this mission we'll get most of the Tier 1 science tree done. I guess it depends if I've already done... I'm not sure if I've already done low moon. Because I know I did a flyby, but I wasn't sure how... I believe what I did with the flyby, it was before I had patch conics in the any of the like in the tracking station, so I just eyeballed it. So it didn't... I don't think I ended up getting a very high what's it called? I don't think I got I think I got quite a high Lunar thing. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. Actually, hang on. If I haven't done an orbital spacewalk near the Mun, do I have an EV? I do have an EVA report. Must mean near the Mun. Oh, okay, yeah. So we haven't. I don't think we've done low over the Mun then. Let's see. So how much do we have if I just wanna? Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. So we can absolutely capture into a low. And if I want to circularize, it's like another 100. And then, okay, so I can just kind of revert that. Okay, that's fine. I just have to make sure to be kind of, you know, not terribly inefficient with it. Alright, well, let's just warp here and burn, and then we can worry about science after we're actually in that orbit. So, how long till we're at our... Okay, we're basically at our periapsis now. Let's, and that should be... Okay, so that's... There we go. And then... Spacewalk near the Mun. Awesome. Great stuff. Alright, let's actually get this science done first. 3, 4, 5. Leave that open, and let's go EVA report, take data, store experiments. Still Midlands, okay. Perform EVA science. And then I'll circularize. Awesome. That's a lot of science. Especially for where we are at the game in the game right now with that, well, actually, it's not a lot if you're playing a regular save, but obviously we're playing, 0.5, so it's a lot for us. It's a lot for us. I think that's what's important. I don't know why I keep closing that. I don't need to close that. Okay, let's hop in and then do some circularization. Doesn't need to be perfectly circular, but like a little bit. I mean, honestly, I guess if anything, this is really just circularizing for the sake of that way we can just eject out sooner, right? But like using the O-berth effect in that. Yeah, there's that word again. Okay, there you go. That's nice and circular. Let's see if we can grab any more, Highlands. Nice. So that should also give us, yeah. nice bit of money. And I think we're really good. Yeah, we're at 1 million funds now. That's great. That's superb. Let's see. Anything interesting on any of the Are we all just... No, we're just Midlands and Highlands on this orbit. Okay. Well, in that case, I think it's time we get ready to go home. I think we've gotten... We could stick around and try to get a few more biomes, but like realistically, we'll get them in the future, and I think we've got a lot of science that I'd rather just get home with now. So without further ado, let's like here I think it is? Yeah. And then let's just ease up on that a little bit. Okay. So we just want to start burning prograde around about here. Good to know. Let's do that. We could have a maneuver node, but realistically, we ball. I think that's got to be it, right? That's got to be our core philosophy. We ball. Yeah. We found where we need to burn from, so we can just send it. Let's go. That's a little... 45 seemed really good, so let's do 45 again. And yeah, we can just use that once we get close. Okay. Alright, I think that's all we need then. Yeah, let's goodbye, Mun. And where are we? Goodbye, Mun. Oh, it's a little eclipse. Okay. Hello, Carbon. We're coming home. Alright, and alright. Ensure we're facing not south, retrograde. And I guess let's just send it back. There's not really much else to do. It's a quick little mission. It's just an orbit. And we can really start getting to work on making a lander and everything. Okay, well with that out the way, I think we can safely eject that, right? We don't have any science still waiting. One would hope not. Unless... You know what? On second thoughts, let's not wait around for that. Oh. Okay. Well, this seems like it's a little bit of an easier re-entry than the last one. And that's how apoapses drop in fast. I have a feeling that we won't be, we are climbing. Jury's out on it. I think we're gonna skim... No, that's still dropping way too much. Yeah, there we go. No, we are actually... We're doing it in one pass, which is nice. We're about to hit our apoapsis, and then we land again. And it looks like this one will probably be a water landing, which does bring some comfort, because I don't know, this pod does scare me when it comes to the risk of landing on... I have landed on the side of a mountain before, and it's not been pretty. Not in this save, thankfully. It was one where I did just quit. You know, it was back when I wasn't on stream or anything. It was a while ago, so I just quick loaded it. But still not able to do that. You know, it's comforting to know that we'll be landing on reliable terrain. Provided there's not like a secret evil mountain behind this beautiful volumetric cloud. And Valentina and McBall are over the moon right now. remember my cloud names. I couldn't even begin to tell you what one that is. But it's funky nonetheless. Nimbus, maybe? Is that the lightning ones? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you reliably, that's for sure. And I can't personally say I could recognize one from a spacecraft because I've never been. Triangle Cloud. Hell yeah, Maria. Hell yeah. That's got to be it for sure. All right. Well, we should have a nice bit of science stored on us. So once we 20 reports, and like a few of them are like 0.1, but a few of them are like in the 30s. So I think some of them are like 1. So I think we're gonna have some very nice new research opportunities, and we'll get a new World First contract to go fill out. So that's always fun. I do wonder what it'll be this time. It's probably, it's either going to be orbit Minmus or land on the Mun. Okay. Oh, nice and dark. Okay. So let's go heavy rocketry, so we can actually use these like bigger fuel tanks because we've got some 1.5 that we can use. Oh, thanks for the follow. What else? So this would give us payloads, which would make for some nice satellites. We can go for 2 more. So let's go. Let's see. Landing would be actually. Let's check what our next mission is. Is it? It's a Mun Landing. Okay. Let's Well, I guess we probably want something to help us with landing then. Anything else? Deployed mystery goo surface. Did we have those? Or do we have the stuff we need for that? Let's see. So that's the control station. That's the mystery goo. That's the... Is there a... I believe the Communitron is like... Yeah. Oh wait, but does this have a... I believe this one might have a little... slight bit of... It does. Okay, well that's good. Okay, so we can actually reach the... We would be able to reach the Mun and Minmus without one of those. Okay, that's good to know. So we have power, goo. So this one would be useful for getting that down, which I think is probably what we want to do. Oh, so it's a question of... It's a question of fairings. I mean, okay, so this would give us fairings. This would give us, like, better separators. The funky decouplers, I do like those. Service modules. I mean, the fairings would be quite nice to have. Get some satellites up. Yeah, there's mostly... Oh, in engine plates too. This is landing, so this would give us proper landing legs, which is probably what I want, right? It's also bigger heat shields and stuff. Because currently we just have those little micro ones. And this would give us, oh, this is a tough choice. I mean, yeah, this is nice, but we don't really need this yet. I think we can make do without this for now. I think having the control station and being able to get science from the surface is probably quite a good thing. So I think we're going to do that. Yeah. And then I think we're going to need a decently sized thing to land it. So I think... Yeah, I think going for landing would be good just for those legs. I mean, we could probably get away without it. No, I think we can get away without it, because then that way we can actually put everything in a fairing. And we can, like, better do satellites and stuff. Yeah. Oh, wrong button. In fact, let me save this now that we've got a little bit of progress done. Okay. How's the I guess just to check in, any issues with the quality of the stream or anything like that, or are we all good? Um, I'll no one said anything, so I'll assume that's it's all good, but you never know. I never know. Okay, so we have 12 years to do that. So we grab that. Is good. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, those are fairly basic, so we should be good there. I mean, first of all, let's warp to sunrise so we can actually see our launch when it happens. I think I'm going to upgrade this, even though we're not going to use it yet. I'm going to upgrade this one doesn't need an upgrade, but I'm going to upgrade this one so that we can get surface samples from the Mun. Since we're landing there, I think it would be a great move for our science. So, there we go. Right, well, let's go make a Mun lander. So I'm thinking 2 Kerbals again. I think as great as the Kerbal Engineer readouts are, I think we just have to do without them for now. So let's go... Excuse me. So let's go... where are we? We do want this then. What did I call that last rocket? It was the R4. It's the R5. Okay. So entry with, we're gonna want parachute. I mean, we could have an LEM, but I don't think we're gonna need one. An LEM AM orbiter. What am I on about? I don't think we're gonna need an orbiter. I mean, like, we could, right? We could go like that. Put a what am I doing? What am I doing? Put like one of those on the top, put a parachute on the side. I don't think we're gonna need that though. I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Let's go back. There we go. Okay. So for a lander, I mean, we're gonna want to leave. We're gonna want to bring our science back up. No, we need to bring it back up with us. So so we're gonna want, how much delta V is it to take off from the Mun? Let me pull up the trusty delta V map. So to get off from the Mun, don't you chomp me in my chat? About a little over 600. Okay. So let's make sure we have that first. So we'll go. So did I say? Okay, wait, sorry. We are working with this. I mean, let's see if we can make do with like a decent little bit, right? If we go like, where are we? How much would this have with like an engine plate that then has like a terrier? What do we do with this? Does this work? In vacuum. That's plenty. Okay, that's quite high. That's quite tall though. I'd rather something a little smaller. Maybe like... having something with a wide bottom I think would be nice. But it's just a matter of, if we do this, having like... that's not the right size, something like that maybe? That's nowhere near enough. I mean, we don't really... honestly, we don't need it to be a 1.8. We can go, like... with this... how would this work? That's not enough. Okay, I mean... maybe that other 0.8 was a good idea. Maybe I was stupid for second-guessing it. Maybe I am stupid. Oh, wait, no, I was... of course, I'm looking at the wrong, If I look at this mode with this... yeah, 2000... okay, that's more like it. Okay. So we want a... And we don't actually need that because we put this in a fairing. But so let's go put 4 of these on. Let's go make sure that they are quite low down. There we go. That should give us plenty of give, I think, and make sure that our lander's not gonna be landing on the engine, which wouldn't be ideal, and has happened in the past using these tiny little legs. Let's then go like, I mean, we only really need 4, right? Like that. Sure. Okay, and then so we're gonna want science. That's right. That's what we're gonna want. So I guess the science module would be a where are we? Service bay with a science junior underneath it. So where's our science junior? Oh, and if you don't recognize some of these parts here, I've got stock like station parts on. So later on we'll be able to do some fun like station building and stuff, because this is career mode. There are some fun contracts to build stations. So let's see how. Okay, we're still looking good. We still should have we have a good thruster weight. That's on Kerbin. I mean on the Mun. Like we're golden. Okay, awesome. Obviously not a lot of sea level in Kerbin, but that's not really what we're using this for, is it? Let's go grab a... So, we're gonna want some cargo, that's right. And because of what we're doing, we're also gonna want some reaction wheels. And I want to make sure that I auto-strut everything. Because we get around wobbly rockets. Auto-strut everything. Except that, because we can't auto-strut everything else. That's locked, that's fine. So here we put in the science. So we're gonna want a cargo part as well, aren't we? Does payload actually store like cargo and stuff? Oh, it's like ore and... No, okay, it's ore. Okay. Right, okay. I actually know how that worked. Those are neat. Okay, sorry, where was I? We're going to need, one of these, and then how much power is it? Only produces enough for, so we're gonna want 2. Okay, that's fine. So is it, 3 slots, 3, okay, what variants are, is it just different colors? It's just different colors, okay. I can do like that, right? That, and then please tell me this also fits. That would be perfect if it does. And I guess another one here. Okay, awesome. We're golden. Right, let's get a little battery going as well. In fact, we have solar panels, so we don't need much in the way of batteries, so we can just go like, I guess, like here. Yeah, we can go like here, we can go like, here. Okay, so, we want, what's it called? Communitron. We want one of these to like stick out here. let's just rotate this so it's not clipping anything. There we go. That's cute. And then we can get some science going. So let's make action group 2 be the one that toggles this and toggles the antenna. So we can extend and deploy that as we need. Let's go grab mystery goo for here. If I can figure out the right rotation button. There we go. There. Okay, and let's get which is those, I believe. Yes. It's a tiny little. Okay, so that's a tiny little mobile science lab, I think. Is it? No. Yes? Maybe? Or is it just for promoting Kerbals? I'll have to look into that. Okay, so that's that. I think that's all the science we need. So now I do the classic crew reports, observe mystery goo, conduct material study, log pressure, log temperature. Excuse me for one sec. Sorry, I just needed to clear my throat. So that should be all that, and then I will make this one for just the observe mystery goo and conduct material studies for the little top-ups of science that we do, where we just check have we like milked all of the science out of this particular biome with in multiple flights. So we got that. I'm excused. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alright. Is there anything else we need for the lander? I think we're good, right? Let's go see the Mun. Okay, no, we're still really good for that. Okay, that's good to know. So back to Kerbin. Anything concerning about missing a ladder? I mean, yeah, it is, but there's not. I don't think we have any. Oh, we do actually have ladder parts. Okay. Well, I don't know how useful they're all going to be, right? Because we don't actually have any. We don't have any of the proper ladder techs, so we'll see. We'll see. But at the very least, we can do that, and like, I guess that doesn't block it, does it? There's nothing concerning about this vessel. I mean, I wouldn't agree, but I'll take it, Alright, in fact, if I can, because I just remembered what size the thingies are. The thingies, that's so useful. If I tuck these in, I might be, wait, what am I doing? No, of course it's going to be slightly bigger. Ignore me, I'm clearly going insane. Alright, so we have a shroud there, except I don't think we actually need a shroud per se. Because we're going to have a little decoupler. Where are we? We don't actually have a tiny decoupler. Okay, well that's a small enough decoupler. So now I can have, oh, that's still blocked, okay. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, okay. Well, that should be enough for a return. Is that enough for a return? No. Oh, we have a transfer stage that we can just slam into the Mun. Or we leave an orbit of the Mun as a satellite. Yeah, okay. Brilliant idea. Maybe I shouldn't be calling my own ideas brilliant. Well, let's go. I guess we can go like. Where would we? I mean, so I've got an octo that I'll need to put as part of it. In fact, I could probably have it as a separate, no, do I want it as a separator? I don't know. Do we even have a separator? We do. We have a tiny separator, okay, perfect. Well in that case, separator there, I can cover this one in solar panels. Let me just make sure I have auto strut on before I do that. Okay, there we go. Expand these out. Oh, maybe don't position it like that. It out a little bit. Oh wait, oh it's an octo, not a hex. Okay. I'm just stupid then. Nope. There we go. And outwards. Okay. So I'm just making this a little satellite stage, I guess. Because I guess the idea is that I'll leave that in orbit. So let's go. It's a little. Got like a little adapter. No. Wouldn't have any of the tiny tanks, would I? Tiny thrusters. I mean, I have that, but that's not really tiny. So I guess kind of. I mean, I guess setting that in orbit as a, I guess another separator, right? And then, but this one with no force percent, because the idea with this one is it's only after it gets put in. Okay. And then oh that's right, before I do that, I do want, oh well, there's actually two things I need. So that is, yeah, they're like the same part, that's good. I have an idea actually with that, but first of all I need a, where is it, this reaction wheel, there we go. But if I move this down to like here, right? Just get rid of that actually. So it still fits the like octo theme, because it's an octo satellite. But then I can do something like, yeah, something like that. Oh, I quite like the way that looks. Or silver. I think silver would fit the Mun better. And then this one here, so that there's like no kind of transfer of force. And I can just position this in a nice orbit. And then, I guess the pusher stage, so we can just get like a little, I mean honestly, a small engine, like a tiny, where are we? Honestly, yeah, like this, where are we? That's probably needs to be further down, I think. Let's just position, let's just add a little bit of gap here. And then I can actually just reposition that. Look, I may seem crazy doing this, and it's because I am. But, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. Does that... what fits that better? I guess that, right? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that gives us a little bit of thrust and a decent little bit of delta V. Quite a bit, actually, once we get to, yeah. Okay. So now we actually have a decoupler, and we have a proper, I guess this is probably where we'd cap the fairing, right? That's why I'm doing all this. I'm really doing all too much for this, but I think it's funny to have something a little bit overbuilt, you know? There's our fairing. So we're gonna want to go something like, this, this, this. There you go. And I'm a sucker for clamshell. Where are we? Clamshell will deploy with a low ejection force. Oh, love it to bits. I don't know, it's my favorite aesthetic. Overbuilt, more like best built. Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm glad someone gets it. Alright, so let's go for, so now we need a transfer stage, or, you know, this is basically this is our, like, landing and return, but everything else needs, this rest of the ship needs to get us into a low orbit, so, a low lunar orbit. So let's go for a, to be like this fuel tank, right? Yeah, let's go this fuel tank, go like 2 of the, how far can we get off one of these, and do we have any vacuum engines? See, that's a, let's see if I have select by size. So poodle, I mean, okay, this is, yeah, that's right, this is the efficient one. Aha, it's also quite big, unless we go compact. Is that, it's still, okay. So that's actually quite a big engine stage. That's fine, we can, oh, these are actually quite big, okay. I tell you what then. Something like this, with then a, you know, make sure that's all auto-strutted. And then we have a poodle, but I do quite like the way the single stage one, yeah, the single shroud one works. There we go. Yeah, okay. So in a vacuum, that will give us a lot. That is good. That will be enough. We just need to make sure we can orbit now. So we just need a honking great, let's see, auto strut, rigid detachment. We just want like a honking great, there you go, TD25 to coupler. We need a very big, wait, honestly, let's go like this, and let's make it a big rocket. Why not? There you go. I don't like how that's like the wrong gray though. Oh well, that'll be fine. Also with that, sea level, and let's go, is that enough to chuck like a skipper on? How much TW? That's not quite enough. Just give us quite a lot of delta V. What altitude does it start giving us enough though? Okay, so in that case, if that's enough to start giving us enough there, hang on, 1 second. Did I research? Okay, no, we don't have those. That's fine. So if we have the skipper there, ooh, it's tough, right? Do we want to go for these massive SRVs? You know, like 2 of these, and basically have SLS at home, or instead of that, do we go something more like? I'm kind of gearing towards, right, something like radial decouplers, 4 of these, mostly just because I really like the way the separation looks. I'm not a fan of the way this color scheme works, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna go back to yeah, I'm gonna go back to like white and that for this one. Yeah, I'm just not just can't say I'm a fan really, which is a shame. I think it's that poodle. I think it's the poodle engine that's just messing me up. But to compensate, let's go bring this one. What are you attached to? Let's attach you to this one. And then we bring this with put on bobcats, sure. So it was bobcats with... Ooh, tank butt or boat tail? Ooh, tough choices. Wait, does this have a... That does have a boat tail, that's nice. In that case, let's go tank butt. Tank butt white, and then we'll make these white as well. Yeah, or tank butt. We'll do that, sure. Okay, we lower this down to be around about level with that. I think we can probably make do with the closer ones, actually. I don't think we need to do this, the one that's that, like, stood off. Yeah, like that. That's good, I think. I like that. And then lower those down so they're all level. So how long do these, if these all go at the same time, except for those which are there, 46 seconds and then 109 seconds, then stage and go, deploy this fairing, then it's this one and this one, and then it's this one, and then last it's this hidden, wait, so that's the one we know, so we want this one up ahead. Okay, that staging's a bit weird, but it makes sense in my head, I think. I'm probably gonna mess this up and everyone's gonna die, but it'll have made sense in my head, and I think that's what's really important. That's what I'm saying anyway. I'm of course not to be trusted. Can I request raising mic volume? Of course, yeah. Okay, hang on. This is it raised. And how's this? Is this good? Does this work better? I've just, previously it was on negative 10 decibels, so I've just made it 0. Be a bit harder to get any higher. If it's too high though, do let me know. Let's get one of these winglets. In fact, 4 of these winglets. Yeah, that should work. And I guess some of these ones, because they help them fall to the to curve in a bit. All right, that's perf. Awesome. Too good. Too good. All right. Well, with those out of the way, that's what I needed. A couple high gain antennas wouldn't go amiss, especially if, because if they're put out like this, right? That puts them like that. That's what I want out of that, but do I want them like this or when deployed? I probably want them out like that, right? Yeah, okay. Which means I probably want to go... No, I can't have those facing down though. Maybe it's... Okay, maybe I don't... Yeah, maybe we just go with these smaller ones for now. Or, no, I think we can do this, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Because, I just have to make sure I extend these out when the, thingy comes. But that's fine. Okay. So these will go... I could asparagus stage these, but I do kind of want these to burn for a while. But asparagus staging them would be better. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to bite my tongue on something being cool and just go for asparagus staging, which means that they'll burn for... it's like 13 seconds less. It's not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. Let's get Let's get Jeb and McBall on. I think that'll be good. This is an interesting rocket. This is a very interestingly designed rocket. I mean, I've made worse. I've made worse. This should work. This should work. It should. Let's get the launch clamps on now. And I'm glad I have auto strap because this would be the world's wobbliest rocket if I didn't. Absolutely. Okay, yeah. Let's, extended. Oh. Extended. There we go. I mean, realistically, we don't even need that many, right? We could just go, like, you know, 2 things holding it in place, which I think should be fine. We could even do 1, right, as, like, their entry tower. I think that will work. Okay. Well, without much further ado, let's double check all the cargo containers are right. So we have, yep, and we don't need a... Okay, and we don't need a engineer because we've got enough, we've got 2 of these panels. We've got the goo monitor, which will monitor goo. Did I grab the contracts I needed? Believe so. Hatch obstructed. Well, yes, it's obstructed now. Though if I delete fairing, it's, yeah, no longer obstructed. Okay, brilliant. So I think we're all good now. Oh, hang on. Yes. We fit within the constraints pretty comfortably. I don't think there's anything else I can do with this. I think we just, yeah, we just, it's in Jeb's hands now. All right, let's go. Let's go give this puppy a launch. I think I think I skipped to the day, so it'd be an alright launch. I guess you'll see if I get flashbanged in a second or not. Yep, there we go. Actually, that's not too bad. It's quite a nice time of day. It's a dawn launch. Alright, well. Let's... Oh, maybe not under the ground. Let's see. CS on, we got pilot, we got scientist. Staging looks go. Let's send it. There we go. Okay. Alright, we got our gravity turn moving. Let's head to maneuver mode. Oh, sorry, we're not gravity turning yet. We just want to keep punching through the thicker part of the atmosphere first, so we'll just be going straight up for a bit. And once we're further up, we can we're about we're over 30 seconds now from our apoapsis, so let's start a little bit of a tilt. And okay, here we go. Point prograde. There we go. Beautiful. So those boosters, for those who don't know, they actually have inbuilt separatrons, basically. So when you stage them, when you activate the little boosters on, or not boosters, fuel tanks, sorry. So when you activate the little boosters that come in the fuel tanks, they just point out sideways, which makes them great to use and just means, you know, you don't need separatrons for them. So I'm quite a fan of that. Yeah, let's just point prograde for a bit, because we can get this apoapsis a bit higher before we start a proper gravity turn. Alright, we're looking good. We still have plenty of fuel left in that stage. I probably overbuilt this a little, but that's fine. This is spitting out power, and it's not got a crazy thrust to weight because I guess it's pushing up a lot of mass, but that's fine. It can do that if it wants. All right, well now we're... Yeah, okay, now we can just point prograde because we're a minute to apoapsis. And that should give us a nice and efficient gravity turn. I'll probably push that up to about 100 kilometers apoapsis. And that'll get us going lovely and fast and kind of ready for circularization. So there you go, this will get us into space. That's good. Oh, no, too early, because we still want to get, we're going to get to like 100. Or honestly, just when this stage runs out, whatever happens sooner. This is such a flat gravity turn that it's, you know, perfect, really. And that's 100. Okay, actually, we hit the stage early, but it means that we can... Yeah, there we go. Look at that. And I believe it was 1... No. That was not it. It was 2. There we go. Okay, so how much are we gonna need to... How long are we gonna need to burn for? About 47 seconds. Okay, that's good. That's good. And honestly, with this, I can actually just point here, and that way I clearly overbuilt this, but I don't mind that actually. Okay, so let's go node in. So we want to burn for like 25 sec, or T-minus 25 really. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and burn. Goodbye stage, and here we go. And just honestly keep an eye on that manually. There we go. This should get us, this is more than enough delta V to get us circularized around the Mun as well. Which is brilliant, because that's what we want to do. Let's wait till we get a little bit closer to apoapsis, and then we resume sending it. This is a very interesting looking craft, but, you know, it does its job. For sure. Okay. Well, with that out the way, let's work on getting to the Mun. I believe like here should be good, right? Maybe. Oh, focus view on that. So let's see if we want to go like here, and then we can just like ease up on the amount of delta V required. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, okay. Oh, and actually I can extend these as well. There we go. That way I don't forget about them. Okay. So let's go get ready for the... So we're going to want to burn about... Start 30 seconds beforehand, something like that. So let's whoop to it. Yeah, there we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then I can just kind of speed up a little bit, time warp a little bit more slowly, make sure we're facing the perfect direction, and in a few seconds... Alright, let's do it. And I think here again, because it's just a prograde, I can just kind of sit prograde. I got enough Delta V budget that we should be fine doing that. Absolutely. Now, I guess because of... I guess for my satellite, it depends on how much Delta V everything has, because, I mean, genuinely, I might just, I might even, see if I can transfer it into, like, a very high polar orbit, maybe, of the Mun. Because I feel that would cover a lot of ground. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best, right? Alright, let's go. So we're gonna want to go to like just about 30. There you go, that's good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Deary me. Okay, there we go. So, yeah. We are great. We're very good in that aspect. And that's what is that? A 7 seconds beforehand. Let's see. So was there any motes of science? Nothing in the mystery goo. A little bit in the materials science. Okay. McBall, if you would please. Okay. So let's get to high Kerbin orbit again. Alright, and now that we're here, let's do that again. No, that's not the right option. I think I accidentally desynced those. Let's try it. Sorry, it's 3, not 2. Pressing the wrong action group. In today's economy. Alright, so once again, let's grab... where are we? The goo's on the other side. I lined up this command pod wrong, evidently. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, no, because I forgot that they come out of that one. It's got like different... The hatch points differently to all the other command pods. Yeah. Oopsie. Although the hatch is on the hatch in and out is on a different side compared to the other ones. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just making excuses, really. I think I'm just bad at the game. Right, let's hop back in then. I mean, luckily it's like, you know, the Mun's got light enough gravity that we can yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, so we've done high orbit. Let's warp to high above the Mun now. I didn't need anywhere near this much Delta V. I probably could have cut the this fuel tank, I think. Maybe. I think so. I'd say so. Alright, let's make sure we're facing the right direction now. Or at least close enough to it. Okay, and then we'll run the there we go, we'll run those. We'll do those. So once again, collect, restore, and store experiments, hop on in. Oh, if I can. There we go. Alright. Now, once again, we're just going to warp to the maneuver node. Node. Okay. Make sure we're pointing prograde, because that's all we really need to do. Wait till we're at periapsis and burn. And there we go. And that should be lovely and circularized. Yeah, or close enough. So, let's go to the. Hang on. So we're going around this way, which means land. We want to land somewhere here. No, but that's the far side. We want to land. Because we're tidally locked, so we absolutely want the thingy to be. We absolutely want this to be on the near side of the Mun, which means we might want to just wait a few months for a good launch window to open itself up, or landing window even. I think that should be good. Yeah, we can set up like, you know, here, because we want Kerbin to be visible from the site. That's really it. So, let's see. I mean, so this is enough to deorbit and land and everything. So let's wait till we're like at apoapsis or something. No, this is good. Yeah, okay. Let's aim for like this site here or something. I think that should be good. And so we're not landing the whole thing. What we're doing is we're gonna land. I want to kind of like deorbit so that this stage will crash into the Mun, and then quickly reorbit with the little probe. So let's do that. Let's just get like that much kind of. Yeah, let's get that done. Okay, and then we're gonna stage that. Okay. And then we're going to stage this one. So that one will continue on to the Mun. This one here, no. Okay, well, I've just killed a probe. So I forgot that I probably wait. Is it because we don't have? Do we not have line of sight on Kerbin? No, we don't have line of sight on the KSC, because the KSC is... Where is the KSC? On the other... I'm so stupid. Okay, because I forgot I'm not playing with extra ground stations. Oh well. So we lose a probe. It's not the end of the world. We don't lose the lander yet. We haven't messed up that badly. We just lose that cute little probe. Okay. Let's go back to the Mun then. Actually, let me reset the... What's the binds again? I can never remember. Poor child wife. What? That's slander, that is. Focus view. I thought it was the bracket keys, but I guess I'm wrong. Oh well, I guess we're just focusing the Mun then. Okay, let's so we have good TWR. Okay, let's do a little bit more burning like this actually, so that because I do kind of want to get a little bit more steep, I guess. There you go. That's good. Alright, space low of the Mun, so let's run those double checks again. Keep, and once again. Well, hey, I mean, this base doesn't need, because the Mun's tightly locked with Kerbin, it doesn't actually need a satellite. That satellite would more be just useful as like a generic relay and stuff. because obviously it's always going to be facing Kerbin. So as long as we either have like a relay network in Kerbin itself, around Kerbin itself, or it's either a relay network in Kerbin itself, or a something like what's it? In a synchronous orbit above the KSC, really. We just need, that's what we need. Either that or it only transmits, for like a quarter of a day, whenever the KSC is visible. But either way, that should be fine. Yeah, shame about me being a moron. Oh well. Right, well, we should be touching down relatively soon, so let's pick a good time as like now to start killing our that explosion scared me. That was just the probe. So I think now's a good time to start killing our velocity though. I mean, especially if we like burn like this a bit so that our velocity is mostly downwards. I think we'll be in for a fine landing. I just don't really, I just don't want to land like in a crater. I want to land kind of on nice flat ground. So like not where we're currently going. Alright, okay, I think we're doing fine. This isn't a bad landing as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Alright, sorry about going quiet there for a second. Alright, let's see if this is gonna be enough. Let's see if we skipped out on the landing legs or if we did a fine enough job. We can come to a nice and slow landing. Oh, I can't remember if that has collision or not. Let's hope it doesn't. It does. And we can always hop over a little bit though, can't we? There we go. Perfect landing. Maybe. Yes, okay. Okay, brilliant. Look at that. We have landed on the Mun. Was that the contract done? It was. Okay. Well, let's get a flag down. Alright, well, I guess the first, let's run the science first. And there we go. I did do a crew report. Okay, let's get the Kerbals. Lower visor. Oh, that's right. We'll pretend that they're taking the proper route. And right, here we go. One small step for Jeb. And then a giant leap also for Jeb. And let's land is stable so we can get McBall out. Although McBall can swap out the parachute for the EVA kit. Okay. Where's Kerbin? There's Kerbin. Okay. Cool. Right, well, let's let Jeb plant the flag. The glorious flag of our nation. Oh, it's inverted. There you go. Does anyone want to name the... Does anyone want to name the landing site anything? Otherwise, I'll be boring and call it Mun 1. Oh, what's Muckball? Luna. In honor of the girls. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. First two. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Right, let's Jeb can get up then and just chill in the pod for a bit while McBall has some crazy work to do. So where are we? There you are. Okay, so first things first, let's grab the science from the ship. Take data, store experiments. Okay, now let's grab, let's collect and restore. Let's grab onto that. Collect and restore. Oh, that's the one thing. Okay, that's the one thing you can't see. In fact, while we're dealing with, no, that's not. Yeah, okay, that's the one thing you can't see. You don't get the massive wall of text saying all the experiments that I'm picking up, which really just means you're not having to deal with clutter. So I think that's a win. Okay, let me just chuck those in the thingy as well. And now let's do some, so first of all, we will surface sample, and let's go EVA report, and here's the fun one, EVA science, because it's different depending on the biome you're in. Yeah, it's like in this case, oh, and that's just off goodness knows where. And that will give us, yeah, 50 science, which is, I mean, it would usually give even more if we weren't doing this, you know, making it harder for ourselves. But hey, I'll take it. Okay, now we want to set up the so we have the EVA science done. Let's set up the what's it called? Thing, this stuff. So can I can't just put that one in. Can I fit any of these in the pack by themselves? No, okay, so that's fine. I'll just have to do that for a sec. Can I should probably check if I can reach that from the ground actually, because I think it's a bit of a risky idea just leaving my leaving the curve here. Okay, no, okay, we can do that. That's good. Alright, so let's go put these down. So let's set this one up here. So this will just keep doing all sorts of lovely science for us. And then this will gather. Yep, there we go. Beautiful sunlight. And then on the other side, we'll get another panel, and then we're going to put down the goob monitor. And this just monitors all the goob. Well, this is just a mystery goo site, but you know. So yeah, these are I do really like Breaking Ground. I think it adds a lot of cool stuff, and I really like surface science. I think it's neat. Kind of gives you a reason to, like, you know, have bigger landers and stuff. I don't know. I think it's neat. I think it's neat. Well, there we go. What would be the alternative to Breaking Ground? Well, the other DLC is Making History, which adds a bunch of historical parts. Like I believe the size 1.5 parts that I'm using, which is like these ones, come from Making History. It's only got 2 DLC, and they're both... I think they're both, like, pretty good DLC. Yeah. But I think Breaking Grounds definitely comes higher recommended. Okay. Awesome. So that's... yeah, that will just get us nice little bits and pieces. You think I'd be a pretty good DLC? I don't know if I'm for sale. I think I know someone that would rather object to me being for sale. Okay. So that's all that done. That's that deployed, and it will build up science to then transmit when it can. Power units required. Total power. Yep, that's all good. Okay. So let's get on board that. And before I return, I do just want to check and see. So this is great. This is cute. We have a nice moon landing. This is probably one of the, as silly as it does look, I think this is probably one of the more normal Lunar landers I've had. I've had some pretty gooby ones, so I'll take it. That's for sure. Allow me to briefly just check the space center and see if we have any contracts for, like, returning. Robotic parts are nifty. Yeah, absolutely. I assume with Breaking Ground. Yeah. No, some of them are. I gotta admit, some of them some of them are a little more limited than I'd like. Like, and it's mostly just down to KSP's physics more than anything else. It's not really the parts, actually. I think I'm just mad because I tried to build I woke up with a vision and I was like, I need to build a swing-winged cargo plane, and so I did. And then I realized that, like, you know, in stock KSP, swing wings just kind of flop. And I was quite sad about that. Rendezvous, 2 vessels in orbit of the Mun. Okay, I mean, I'll accept that anyway. Is there anything else to do? Oh, gather surface deployed mystery goo. Perfect, that's what we're doing. Oh, here we go. So these are the contracts that I really like. Because they give you a long time to do them, they give you a pretty good payout, and they often get expanded on by other contracts, and it's basically just making space stations or making surface bases. And I just think they're really cool, because, you know, you just get a lot of, you can end up with a lot of, like, really big, space stations that just keep getting bigger and bigger and getting more and more capabilities, and I think that's cool. So yeah, this would just need, like, a mobile processing lab and 5 Kerbals and a docking port. Yeah, I'd love that. Awesome. So I'll grab that one. And just while I'm here, I could probably upgrade that just so we have better max capacity. Okay, well, let's head back to this. So, well, the next contract is to rendezvous around the Mun. I think what would be best is to get, like, a little, like, just 3 little satellites, relay network around Kerbin. Oh, I didn't realize everything was disabled. But we don't need that or that. Let's see. R5. Ooh. All right. Let's have a check. Okay. So if we launched upwards, we'd basically end up... So we'd want to go upwards, but with a bit of a 90-degree, and then just head back to Kerbin. I mean, okay, that works. Alright, well... That's the one to retract, okay. Well, goodbye, surface deployed stuff. Keep getting surface deployed stuff for us, I guess. Alright, let's go. I think that probably is a good, I mean, honestly, like, there should be good. 45 degrees is the angle I'd probably want to eject at. Yeah, okay. And yeah, so instead of entering orbit, I'm just going to, like, kind of try to eject straight out of the Mun system. Because while it does seem like I'm, you know, gonna eventually crash, kind of, there we go. I should have, oh, that's a little bit too much. I was gonna say I should have enough delta V. I do, and that's the problem. I have too much delta V, actually. 45, I think we established, was pretty good. Okay. Let's just point towards the sun for a bit so that we keep getting nice bits of power, or even just like that, so we don't run out. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. And I mean, let's just send it back home, I guess. Yeah. Well, there you go. So the base is going to give itself lovely bits of what's the delta V? Ah, okay, I'm glad you asked. So delta V is... Delta means change, and V is short for velocity. So it's basically measuring how much can the spaceship... or how much can something change its velocity. Which basically means how far this can go. Or how much... You know, how much speed it can give. Or in this case, deceleration or whatever. Yeah. It just means how much it can change its velocity. And, you know, space travel is all about just changing velocity. Similar to energy state. Yeah, exactly. Kind of. So, I guess in War Thunder, something that does have delta V missiles and rockets and stuff. Because, yeah, I guess, energy state, I mean, I guess it's kind of like velocity, right? But there's a little bit more to it than that. Whereas, yeah, with delta V, or with missiles and rockets, I guess like the bigger a booster it has and the lighter weight it has, the more delta V. I mean, it's basically, yeah. So it's like how much thrust, how long can you put out thrust for, or how much force can you put out? That probably just made that description probably just made it harder to understand. I'm terribly sorry. Please accept my begging for forgiveness with, you know, waterfall being cool. Not waterfall. I did it again. Firefly. Please accept it with Firefly being cool. Accept my humblest apologies. Oh dear. What's our apoapsis looking like? Oh, we're ticking back up again. This might be the first time we skim the atmosphere. Maybe not actually. No. 87. No. There we go. Okay. So we're just, you know, streaking through the atmosphere now, and I think we should just come in for a fairly normal landing. Shouldn't be on land either, which is perfect. Oh, OMG, Goth, amazing. Thank you. It was World Goth Day. Or technically not over here because I'm a day ahead. But I wasn't able to stream yesterday, so yeah, day late World Goth Day. I do love this the capsule. There's just something so endearing about it just being a ball. I think it's just really funny, if nothing else. But yeah, it does make me scared of landing on land though, because I have not in this career, but have in the past lost a crew to landing on the side of a mountain and then just like rolling down. But hey, it's fine. I mean, that's why they have parachutes, right? Because then, you know, the idea is they just jump out if they see that about to happen. Oh? What is that? What? That's so ominous. Oh, what are you doing here? Huh? Okay. That's not a good omen. Wait. Why are you in the ship? Who invited you? Okay. Well, we have the yeah, yeah. The axis has appeared because I haven't been pondering my orb correctly, it seems. Oh dear. Oh, okay, well, it's gone. As quick. Oh, nope, it's just above us. Okay. That terrifies me. That's really scary. Oh well. All right. Let's recover. And let's see if we got a decent bit of science from that. I hope we did. All right. So yeah, 302 science. Not bad, not bad. So we can really just pick up the three that we were, you know, deciding. Like, we don't need aerodynamics. We're not really doing anything aerodynamic. But, like, we can have a better lander. We don't really need that now, though, because we kind of sorted that out. We definitely want, propulsion systems is nice for satellites and stuff, which is actually what we're sorting out now, so propulsion systems it is. And then, I mean, yeah, advanced flight control, you know, being able to shove 3 Kerbals on a ship would be nice, because then having an engineer would give us access to Kerbal Engineer. We'd also be able to, of course, put down more efficient solar panels with an engineer. I think it would just be nice to have, really. So we'll do that. So that's the tech I'll need for that contract. I mean, I could just go there now, but it seems a bit early, and I don't really have much of the supporting tech for that. So we'll go. Okay, sorry. So we will go and grab. I mean, we can just grab. We don't need landing, but like, we could have it, and like having a launch escape system would be nice, because obviously no quick loading. It'd be nice to just have a button that, you know, if I realize I've made a mistake on a launch, I can just hit it and the Kerbals will be safe, but, you know, we can get the launch over and done with quicker than usual. Alright, let's go for it. Because, yeah, aerodynamics, I mean, what does that give me? Propellers, tail fins, I mean, I don't really have a use for, like, this or aviation. I mean, I think it's, like, eventually, supersonic flight would be nice, right? Because it could go for, supersonic flight would lead into... Or was it? No, sorry. Supersonic flight would give me Mach 2 cargo plane parts, which is nice. And I mean, some of these are nice just for, like, space planes and stuff. But at this stage, I don't need that. So let's go grab this, and then we can just be done with it. Right. So anything science data from the surface of Minmus. I mean, we're gonna be doing that in the next 12 years, that's for sure. Okay, I think the final mission we'll do today then, because I've been streaming for a good few hours, so I think we'll do one more mission today before we say goodbye. But we'll get a satellite relay up. Now with let's get an onion because I love the onion. I don't like onions in real life. Being honest, I can't really stand them, but you know, I tolerate onions in KSP. They, you know, we say goodbye. What's gonna happen after the stream? Oh, I'm getting put down. No, I'm just gonna have some food. I'm quite hungry. But we'll do that after. You know, that's for after this launch. So that's for re-entry. Let's get a satellite thingy up. So for a satellite, so let's design a satellite first. So what's our best little satellite thing? It would be the it would be, I guess, the Octo's better. Yeah, the Octo's better. So we'll use the Octo. We'll use the Octo, and we'll put where are we? We will put rechargeable battery bank, and we will put a what's the other thing called? This thing. This thing. And then we can also put a where are we? One of the Oscar series of tanks, I suppose. We can just see how much we actually need. So if I'm just pushing this around, no, I need to actually finish making this first. So we'll get that on. So I like how that, I do like how, this, I mean, I'm effectively making a very similar one to the one I made on the last mission, except this time I'm, not going to forget about controlling it and then smash it into the Mun. I mean, honestly, right? Something like, maybe I don't even have any sort of, yeah, maybe I don't even want any sort of, whatever it's called, thing with stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm on about. No, maybe I don't want any sort of, forming thoughts is really hard, I'll have you know. I'll get there eventually. There we go. No, I think I lost the thought. I faltered on the forethought. Damn. I'm really just stupid. I'm sorry. What was I trying to say? I am so neurodivergent. What gives it away? What gave it away? Is it the Kerbal Space Program? Is it the antlers? Is it the faltering on the forethought? Dear. Okay. Let's grab, so that's feeding into that. I think instead of, do like that maybe. And save, or actually I can just save this as a, what do I call this? Say the antlers are peak as well. Thank you. I really like these ones. I got them on like Etsy, and I really like them. And they've got like little bits of jewelry, actually, like, you know, as part of the, because the antlers, they are adjustable, which is cool. Like I can adjust how far apart they are, but the ears actually have like, yeah, little bits of little jewelry bits in them. And I don't know, I'm pretty happy with like how the outfit turned out as a whole, actually. Like, you know, I've gone out wearing this a bit. Like I've recently kind of been getting more into goth as like a aesthetic for when I go out, and yeah, I'm liking it. Quite a bit. I don't know. I think it's nice to actually have an aesthetic. Sorry if you just got like a gong from me moving the chair in. Yeah. Okay. We'll just call this Sat1. Sure. I'm really creative with names, as you can tell. So let's get an onion. Oh, I have an idea. I have a really interesting idea. What's the largest? I have an EP18. Okay. I don't have an EP25, do I? No. But I can make this work. I can make this work. Let's go with this one. And then we go put a EP18 on the bottom with, let's see, how, because we can't, we don't get any radial, that's right, we don't get radial. Aha! But I don't need attachment points because instead of that, I can do this. Haha. This is gonna look so stupid. And then, don't save. Sat1 merge. Yeah, there we go. Pretend I wear the antlers in public. I mean, there are some events that I'm looking at going to where I might. I haven't. It's not something I've worn. I haven't worn the antlers out yet. But there's some events that I go to where I'm thinking that yeah, I think I could get away with that. It's something I'd like to do for sure. Wouldn't wear the antlers every day though. But you know, it'd be nice. I kind of like the aesthetic. It'd be nice to wear to there are some more there are like some, you know, more queer events around the city I live that yeah, there's absolutely do stuff like that. Okay, let's get some auto strut going. That's already on. Did I enable auto strut? Am I stupid? I did? I actually enabled auto strut? Wow. Definitely not a Deergirl. Excuse me. This was unjustly imposed on me, I'll have you know. Unjustly. Oh, this is gonna look so weird. But like, oh, wait, do I have a, like a modular? No. What's the smallest part I have? Like the thinnest part size? Oh wait, hang on, it's an engine plate. What am I doing? Just go like, disable the shroud. And then, oh sorry, not having that though. Instead I want, where are we? God, this is gonna be so stupid, but it just might work, and that's all I want from it. It's that one, I think, yeah. Or actually, I can just do this, right? Wait, can I? What's my biggest fairing size? It's still that one, okay. Wait, actually, let's see, how... That's probably the length I want. Clamshell deploy, low ejection force because that's cool. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me just put a bunch of like solar panels and stuff on this. And some of these as well, I guess. Okay. So the plan here is I want to get them into like a synchronous orbit. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it won't be. But I could make it a bit better. I think I will actually try to make it a bit better. So let me let's see. In addition to these, I guess. Yeah, I can go grab like a little spark or something. You know what? Let me save this as is. The R6, and then let me go back to the satellite. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. So let me head back to this, because maybe I do want to go like where are we? Grab like one of these little Oscar B fuel tanks or something. And then grab like a spark. Like that. What's the mission? So we're making a satellite relay around Kerbin. So that's... These aren't very efficient, are they? Not at all. No, they are actually. It's just got like no fuel. Maybe an Oscar C. See how it looks with an Oscar C. I mean, yeah, that's better. And 700, I think that's enough to circularize from a from the little orbits we're putting them in. It should be. And an Oscar C is just like 2 Oscar Bs. Yeah, okay. All right, I can work with this, and then we'll just have a bunch of these little guys in orbit. Let me just put that there, and am I doing it precisely, or am I just going to eat it? These ones I want to do with a little bit of precision. I could do that, or... There we go. Because, yeah, that way... If they're in synchronous orbit around Kerbin, then them being nice and in sync, like, I think that looks really nice. I really like the way that tends to look. So, I'll probably do that. So let's go back to the R6, and let's instead of these, let's go open, and we merge in this to here. Like that. Yeah. RCF thrusters. We could, but they have we can use like thrust limiting and everything. Like I can just set the thrust limiter to like 0.5. Because it's all about getting like the right orbital period and that. Okay, so then here we'll need this adapter here. And let me just make sure that this is, so is that disable staging? Hang on, actually, let's see. So, currently, where are we? Poodle. That, just one poodle. So this is that much delta V at sea level, or no, at vacuum. Okay. If I like somehow was able to get this one to like there. No. Wait, maybe like. Where is it? Like this little baguette. Hear me out, right? Aha, there we go. Yeah, there is some method to my madness. So instead of that, what if I went like this? And move that so it's centered there. I'm just doing this so that I can have the I want the external, like a fuel duct, because fuel won't transfer through a engine plate, right? So if I want the if I want it to transfer, I'm gonna need to take advantage of this fuel. I'm gonna need to have an extra fuel tank jutting off. So this will work, and this gets me plenty of fuel. So I like that. So that will be enough for like kind of all the orbits I'm gonna need, I think. Although I could be greedy and just chuck on like an extra, say this. Yeah. Why not just have the tank on the bottom? You raise a good point. I don't know, I'm kind of already committed to the bit with this now. I've already committed to it being stupid, so I think it's just gonna have to be stupid. Yeah. Sorry. Dear. Let's see, where's our 25 decoupler? Put a structural part. Well, you see, the issue with that, right? Oh, actually, I tell you what. Yeah, I'll put some struts in. Actually, let me put them like... There you go. Is that better? I'm sure that's good. There we go. Perfect. That's like entirely for looks, but I'll take it. Alright, let's rigid attachment. Let's resume our auto strutting and whatnot, and other joyous things. Rigid attachment, auto strutting. Rigid attachment, auto strutting. What's this decoupler? That's the last one. Okay. Aha, and then I did need a sorry, a little parachute on top. Or actually, have a parachute on the side. Like here. And then have a launch escape system junior here with a little decoupler underneath. Where's the little decoupler? We don't have a little decoupler, but we have a little separator. Okay, cool. And so this one can jettison with, where's that? It's this one, right? It's this one, okay. Because then this one here, yeah, okay. So this one will jettison, in a new step here. That and that, okay. So, now we just go that and that, short and short, and then a skipper. Okay, does this need anything else? What have I got? World's first milestones. I'll be returning from, yeah, the Mun. Okay. I think that's enough for everything I'm gonna need. Oh, sorry, I've there we go, okay. Sorry, I thought I missed some chat messages. Am I a decoupler and engine? Same stage. Same stage, absolutely. I don't know, it doesn't make much of a difference, but in most cases, same stage if there's no reason for it to be a different stage. Let's add a couple boosters. We don't need it. We don't need many. Let's go like that and that. auto strap rigid attachment. Auto strap rigid attachment. Where's the auto strap rigid attachment? I'll go crazy if I keep saying it, but I don't want my rocket to be wobbly. Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree with that. It's like, it's already hard enough when you're like dealing with a rocket that has like weird stuff going on, and then if you're like, okay, well, you know, some things where I have a Sepratron staging by itself for some good reason, so it's good to be able to tell that that's the stage and that's just not a regular decoupler staging. Like in the last mission, actually, with where I had the satellite that was supposed to split off. There was a thing where a Sepratron was a separator was by itself, but you know it. That's a minor misinput is why we're launching this this constellation now, because it turns out that it was the wrong time of day for us to have signal for the Mun. So oopsie. Okay, what are we missing here? A lot. Good. That's fine, really. None of that concerns me that much. Those need to go there and there because they activate at the same time. In fact, let's have a little bit of asparagus staging going on, just as a treat. The mission is to find out what the signal is. Absolutely. In fact, I feel as part of that bit, I'm going to rename Valentina to Jane. Yeah, Bob did not do very well. So she could be Jane Signalis. Where's Audrey? Well, that's who we're looking for, isn't it? We gotta find Audrey. Oh. Okay, well, we've accidentally in the process of renaming her, we've accidentally lobotomized Jane. Oops. Oh well. Should be fine. We can do like a little Mun flyby or something if we have the spare Delta V, I suppose. Right, well, this is like the world's worst rocket. Let's I'm not stupid enough to forget these. I almost was though, so maybe I should be a little bit more careful. Yeah, and then let's go winglets there. A little bit of extra pizzazz. Okay, anything else we need? Oh, actually, that's not a lot. We're doing 4 of these. I've changed my mind. Let's go 4 of these. Yep. And then, so these 4 activate at the same time as this. These Separatrons activate at the same time as that. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of extra. Well, not a lot. That's a little bit of extra Delta V. So that should get us a decent way forwards. Okay. Alright, well, without further ado, we have Jane Signalis. Let's fly. Sure. Yeah, so Jane has forgotten how, like, all of her skills. She's, like, forgotten all of her, she's forgotten that she, like, just went and landed. No, she didn't know. It was Jep. She's flown by the Mun, I think. Something like that. I don't know. Either way, what a beautiful day for a launch. Let's go. I didn't even, like, stage a launch escape system, by the way, so I don't know why I actually did that, why I put that on. I didn't actually, like, make the staging for it, so oh well. Let's get this maneuver mode going. Oh no, okay, she's remembered. It was a temporary lobotomy. It was a temporary lobotomy. She's remembered her promise. You just ran out of fuel in your jet. Oh no. What, in War Thunder, or are you doing something in KSP 2? Or KSP also? I daren't speak the term KSP 2. War Thunder. I mean, hey, it happens. Alright, we're coming up on... nothing. Okay, we'll just keep going. Keep the gravity turn going. In fact, I think I will just keep pointing this way for a bit first. There's a big storm passing. Alright, that gets us 40. We want that to be T-minus. So what we're doing is we want this time to reach apoapsis in the corner to hit T-minus 60. And then we'll just point prograde. So right now, yeah, that way, it's not like the world's most efficient gravity turn, but it is at least a semblance of a gravity turn, I think, I'd say. Right. Nope, still going. And 58, 59, 1 minute. There we go. And so we're gonna push up until we hit, like, let's say 80. We can hit 80. I think that'll be fine. And then we can use a little bit more of this fuel to circularize, but this stage will still be ditched. Which is fine. 78, 79, and 80. Okay. We cut burner, and we're just gonna get up here. I'm actually going to I'm gonna stage these two now, as a matter of fact. Because we're about, oh, in a second anyway. Okay, so there's that, and then let me just triple check that I'm staging the right. Okay. Goodbye, launch escape system. Alright. This is weird. I love it, but it's so weird. Alright, well, let's start circularizing. Oh, probably should have been careful about that. Could have ended very poorly. Okay, let's, there we go, and goodbye, other rocket stage. So yeah, that'll just keep doing its thing, and we can circularize. Let's hope I actually have enough thrust to do it, because I know we have the... We should be fine. I don't think we're going to dip either. I don't think I started that late. There we go. Oh, still need a little bit more to get above 70. There we go. Okay. Alright. So I'm trying to remember what the... Let me double check what the synchronous orbit height is. Because there is a so we want 2.6 million. Okay. Got 2.8 million, sorry. I guess we're almost at periapsis, so we can just start burning in a sec. Get that O-birth effect going. Okay. So the first one I want to do is absolutely going to be one that's over the KSC. I feel that's very necessary. So it's like 2.863 million or something. Yeah, that's close. So we're gonna make sure we want to do that like when it's So what's the exact height now? It is. Well, hang on. No, so we want. Sorry. So we want the Trying to harness like any remaining brain power I have. We want the orbital period to be like, I think it's a few seconds less than a day, because a day on Kerbal Space Program isn't technically a full day. It's like 5 hours, 59 minutes, and like 9 seconds. So let's see. Meantime, give you guys a nice view of that. It looks so silly. Are there any EVA locations underneath that we haven't grabbed yet? Oh, perfect. There we go. Some science. That's nice. Okay, so we'll go... So we want a height of... Oh, let's so we burn retrograde a bit. We want a height of 2,863,000. That's not right. So for this, I'm actually going to thrust limiter very low. 2,863,000. 334. So 334. So let's go. Am I using the resonance orbit calculator? Yes, I am. I just haven't got OBS set up to show it yet. It's something I'll have to do for future streams. 334. Yeah, but it's a site MayaWeb. It's a pretty good resonance orbit calculator for KSP. Okay, so and then I need my. It must be funny watching me tab across and just getting flashbanged. So I need, what is it? 1.2 million ish. Okay, it's fine. We can get in a ballpark this orbit and then get it perfected later. We're 1.2 million. 222,703. Okay. So let's thrust limiter all the way down again. 222,703. Okay, and then we're getting close. And 703. Okay. And so then again down here it was 863,334. Okay. So here I can just go, and I need to lower that a little bit, which is fine. 334. Okay, we're almost there. Just a little bit of a change and we're good. So 3, 3. Okay. I think RCS would have been a good idea. I should have clocked that even if it wasn't on the satellites, putting it on this would have been a brilliant idea. Okay, so now we warp to when we're almost to apoapsis, and we're gonna release one satellite. Just gonna quick save here because we're not, any quick loads wouldn't be for crew safety, but I don't like where the KSC is. I'm gonna wait until the next period, because otherwise, if the KSC isn't pointing it here, then it's kind of very annoying to position the satellites, and that's not really what we want. Okay. So let's do this satellite then. So here we're going to remove from symmetry and undock. Okay, and then here, so this craft has control, so we're going to just kind of stage its engine, and we're going to try to so we want to get into a roughly good orbit. Let's just make sure our orbital period is correct. So 5:59, 9.4. And then we're going to try to play War Thunder, but I haven't. That's so real. No, there's times where I'm just like, oh, I need to I want to work on something, and I'm just like, I open up the game. Maybe I'll do one match, and I'll realize I'm just gonna go to bed. It's just one of those things. So does Kerbal Engineer actually give me? No, it won't give me anything. Okay, I mean that's fine. Oh, hang on, 59. Okay, there you go. So that should be that. Okay, that is in period. I just need to make the orbit flatter, I think. Right, on to the next one. Oh, I caught that bit of lighting. I love that bit of lighting. Well, when you we're going through the bit of the atmosphere. Love it. Love it. Okay. Well, so in the meantime, actually, I won't shut that down just yet because it's not actually in a good orbit yet. Let's switch back to this, and let's do that for the next one. All right. 3, 3, 4, and oh, okay, we're not actually. I think we must have gotten bumped or something. 1, 2, 2, 2, 703. Okay. Oh, we lost some velocity there. Crazy stuff. Oh, I need to go prograde. 5. There we go. 703 and 334. Okay, perfect. So now I just warp to this again. Comwork, network. And even though that doesn't look like the network setup, right? If I extend this and this, yep, there we go. So let's go to undock that. And we just keep burning for a bit until 5 hours, 59 minutes, and oh, a bit less than that, but that's fine because now thrust limiter to 0.5. Maybe a little bit more than 0.5. 59 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay, that's 8. Go down to 0.5. A little bit of this, and there we go. Perfect. So that will be in sync now. And yeah, these aren't perfect, but we can always... The important thing is getting their periods exactly the same. Once their periods are in sync, they'll do the job perfectly, and then later on we can always just kind of switch back over to them to adjust them. Yeah. And in fact, yeah, there we go. We got electric charge, so we're all good. Okay. And back to R6 for the last one now. And then, yeah, so you'll notice already, like, we've got a little bit of a relay action going here, because I've got it on the full network view. But soon you'll notice the, or soon it will all look brilliant. Eventually. Okay, so again, we go here, we extend these antennas, and since we get to the actual proper apoapsis, and then we undock. And again, maneuver mode. Okay, and now we're pointing here. 5 hours. 53. 58. Okay, and then thrust limiter all the way down. There we go. So these will be perfectly in sync. Look at that. So that triangle. Let's in fact, I don't want to spoil the fun yet. So let's get these renamed first. So relay, we'll call this CurbSat 1A. And then let's just disable that engine for now. And this will be CurbSat 1B. So shut down engine, main vessel. And yes, this is perfect because it means that we have like full relay coverage for anything around Kerbin and also on Kerbin and also on the near side of the Mun. And I will show you shortly CurbSat 1C and shut down the engine. And then let's just make sure that facing the sun. There we go. Okay. So yeah, plenty of electric charge. And so yeah, even though their orbits aren't perfectly lined up, their orbital periods are, which means we don't have to worry about them going out of sync theoretically. There might be some like fraction of a second differences. Wait, actually, hang on. If I go advanced orbital? No, okay. So yeah, I think we're good. So let's get back into let's get landed, and then before I sign off, I can show you all a little treat. Oh, let's back to full thrust then. In this goofy looking spaceship. It's a little bit more. In fact, no, we're actually, we can just go warp to here. Because even though, cause yeah, we don't actually need anything from this ship to survive. It's got no use to us now. So since we're here, let's just warp to this. And we'll see how far this decelerates. We should get a decent part of the way done, honestly. Nope. In fact, yeah, we're already coming in for a landing. That's how great of a job it's done. I want to see how far we can take this. Can we do a soft landing on Curvin? Is such a thing even oh, we're flying over the KSC. Neat. Is such a thing possible? Especially with a ship shaped like this? You know what? I'd rather not I'm not going to risk it. Budget didn't account for that coming back, so let's not bring it back. Let's not scare the accountants. It should be quite a soft landing though, with the radial parachutes and everything. And the fact we have 2 of them and it's a lighter capsule. In fact, I'm confident enough to say that we'll make this at 500. Let's put Jane Signalis' life where my mouth is. That probably didn't sound... That probably sounds worse than I intended it to. Okay, no, we're fine. Oh, did I not even set that? Oh, I only set one of the chutes, that's why. Pfft, awesome. Well, let's just land with one chute, so we don't have to wait an hour. But so once we land, I'll show this sped up, and you know, inshallah, it will just stay as like a really cool triangle that just like rotates, you know. Oh shit! I probably shouldn't have been time warping for that, but it worked out. It was all good. All right, let's grab our... We had a little bit of science for that, but it shouldn't be enough to do anything, but that's fine. They don't need it to. Let's wait for this to finish loading, and then we can yeah, not much science, but that's fine. It's up to the tracking station now. In fact, let me... Hang on, can I... Actually, I will save first. Because I'll be signing off this stream after this, but I do want to just show you what all of that madness was to accomplish versus just like chucking 3 satellites or even just like a swarm of satellites off and hoping for the best. And here we go. So this is what it should accomplish. So look at this. It's perfectly in sync. It's just a rotating triangle. So, so that can't actually use... Can that not use, it mustn't... Okay. So it clearly... That's interesting. So we'll need relays around the Mun because it's got such a small thingy that even though there's relay satellites around... okay. That's interesting. Either that or I just actually have to land a... I probably should have, like, dropped off a single, like, you know, solar panel attached to a relay satellite. Would have accomplished the same thing. But either way, we, yeah, that'll... I think that's, I think that's it for today. We accomplished quite a bit. We did our, you know, we orbited the Mun, we did a Mun landing, and we set up a relay. I mean, like, previously that'd been, I think I had in the old save, I think that was that took 2 streams to do all those tasks, and we did it in 1. So I'm happy with that. Build it in solar orbit. That sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, I don't think we need a solar orbit station. Well, anyway, oh, and we have, which I think, does that show how 30? Okay, so each time it transmits, we get 30. Okay, that's cool. Right, well, that's it for today then, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. I not need to flashbang myself. Yeah, it's been great. It's been fun to, you know, have the cam on, you know, World Goth Day and all that. And yeah, I hope you all had a fun time. Right, I'm not sure when I'll stream again. I do want to do it a little bit more often. But you know, I'm a boring adult, you know, I have a job, all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, have a good rest of your days, nights, whatevers, and yeah, I'll see you around. Bye.